23. Let me see. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Salaki Akim, Shalaki Akwatni. Y'all clap it up. All right, Shalom Yahweh by Hashem Yahshua to the brothers, to the Akim. Shalom Yahweh Shemar Alatham by Hashem Yahweh Shai, to the sisters, Akwatian, a priest and officer of 5,000 Zion Ya'ala. I'll be holding down the class for the scripture breakdown and the brotherhood class tonight here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. We are the I.S.U.P.K, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Hall, New York, operating on the command of General YAHANNA. If you're not in the I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. What is the truth? The truth is the so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians are the Lord's chosen people according to the Bible. In 2024, there's nothing more imperative than us waking up to the truth of the Bible and us getting back to teaching our people who we are, where we come from, and the things that are important to us getting out of this hell that we live in today. You take a look at your life, take a close observance about the thing that matter to you, the people that matter to you. If you love them, share these classes with them. If you feel like, if you know that what you've learned has been a significant change in your life to you waking up to knowing your identity and your culture, it is a must that you share it with your brothers and your sisters. You understand? You cannot be ashamed nor confounded people when you find this truth. You have to share it with our people so that way they have the same opportunities that you had to change their life. All right. So with that being said, I'll be holding on the class until Captain of 13,000 Nayathat Banyamya comes in. Tonight, man, I looked at the, how many of y'all seen the what's his name? Tyreek Hill video? Y'all seen the Tyreek video where the brother got pulled over with the cop? Cop put him out the car because he didn't roll down his window. What did y'all think? What do y'all think about that? Baba Kashaw. Everybody seen it? Can you pull up for him, Bunk, y'all, Baba Kashaw? Let's see can we pull up because I don't see nobody here. So we're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna see can we pull it up real quick for educational purposes only. Educational purpose. You got some shades.
It's on some of that top drawer.
What kind is it?
There's some in here, some goals right here on the right.
Hot damn. That light bright. Ooh, player.
Shalom, Christ, everyone.
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. Shalom, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahshua B'Katah.
Shalom, Yahweh, Hashem Yahshua.
They got the body cam footage. Yeah, I want to see that. Okay, right. Tear my eyes up. Woo. This thing still bright. Like Stevie Wonder out there joining. Oh, he can't share. Damn, you're right. So because he I can't see it. I was trying to add it to the stream. I'm unable to add it. Maybe we'll get a chance to add it later. But did anybody happen to catch to see what happened in the video? There you go. All right, yeah. Let's watch this real quick, Bob Krishaw. Nah, that's too hard. Good. That's good. I ain't tripping. Let's look at this video real quick, Bob Kashaw. I'm surprised they probably have a commercial on their bunk, y'all.
MegaCon Orlando is the largest Comic-Con event that we produce in the US.
Remember, this is for educational purposes only. Educational purposes only.
Behind the bed. Well,
Check.
that way.
So I was having dialogue with one of my colleagues, and she said
Why you-
to me that they
You gotta tell me.
Yeah.
Go forward.
So y'all, this is educational purposes only. This is a body cam of Tyreek Hill. Incident.
Yeah, we got it here.
Football star.
6 o'clock.
Multi-millionaire.
Don't knock on my window like that. Don't knock on my
All right, stop. All right there.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on?
What the first thing that the brother says to the police after the police knocks on his window? Did anybody hear it? What did he say? Come on, sis. All right. Don't knock on my window like that. So what are you saying when why would somebody state that? You know what I'm saying? If you get pulled over and first the cop comes to your car and you say don't knock on my window like that, what are you trying to infer to the officer or somebody that's knocking on your window? Come on.
That you're better than them and you don't want them touching your property.
Right. Come on, Bunky.
I would say that you are in charge. You're the authority
Right
now.
Come. That would be the perception. Like it's almost what you opening my door for? Shut the window. Put my money down. Put my purse back over there. Put my wallet over here. It's like you're the person that's in charge, correct? Just remember, it's not our kingdom. Like
what? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? I have to knock to let you know I'm here. Now we can lower it and talk to you. Get my ticket, bro, so I can go. I'm late, man. What you gotta do? Keep it down. Hey, keep your window down.
stop. What do we see? We see a brother that is thinking what? He has authority. He's in charge. This is my personal property. I can do what I want to do. Right? Read on.
Hey, keep your window down. Tell me what. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. 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 Damn. What part of violence you in this thing? Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting out, bro. God damn, twin. When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand? You understand?
So now,
we tell you.
what is the officer doing? Exerting his authority. Right? Now he's exerting his authority over this brother, right? Play on, Buck, yo.
You're not confused. I'm getting out, bro. Too late. Too late. All right, bro. Take too late. Jail, bro. Do what you gotta do. We are. We will. Good, bro. It is good. Hey. Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone. You stop crying. Bro. Y'all. Come on. Good. Bro, you beating on my window like you crazy.
Like he what?
Y'all beating on my window like y'all crazy for.
Now he's talking about you beating on my window like you crazy.
Bro, dude, beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing to you. Damn. Hey, hold on, pull it to the side, Joe, dude. Have a seat. I'm gonna have a seat. Hey. Have a seat. I'm finna. No,
This is the part.
Hold on, twin, hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee. bro. I just had surgery on my knee, bro. I just told you in your ears when we go there.
We can close that out. What do we see? What did y'all see? Come on. Raise your hand. Come on, the rush.
Slocky, sir. I've seen a lot in the video, but I'll just start first with the brother, with the gifts that the oppressor gives him, right? So that makes you kind of forget who's in authority. They give you those gifts sometime of this life, and you kind of put you at status or a mindset thinking that now you're above the oppressor, and then he has to come in and show you again who's in authority.
How can we forget when we see things like Tamir Rice? How can we forget when we see things like Sandra Bland? How can we forget when we see things like Trayvon Martin? How can we forget when, that Donald Trump say things like, if they don't want to get in the car, slam their heads against the door frame? How can we forget when they say things like, we come from shithole countries, if I may? What makes us think it's okay for us to forget? It's the idea. Come on.
Salakia.
Oh, Salakia. And with that, I'm going to turn the class over to Captain 13,000, Captain I Thought Yummy. Y'all clap it up. I can't see nothing.
All right, where we at? Any questions?
No questions.
No questions right now.
Like sir.
Uh-huh.
You did have a question from last week. You wanted to be reminded of.
Oh man, I don't think bring it to me. Let me hear the question one more time.
So it was she said the ghost. Okay, she basically yeah, about the ghost and family members.
Read the text.
So like I sent you a text, but it wasn't exactly what she said. But I said question from class: the ghost and spirits, how they watch over us after they've passed on.
How to watch over. So okay, let's go to first. What happens to us when we die? All right, which is go to Psalms. I believe is 104 and 28. All right. Everything okay with Durham?
Call we to WAP, sir, but we can't put our camera on at the moment. We have issues. Can't put the camera on, but we to WAP, though, sir.
Okay. Understand. All right, who getting it from me?
So you said Psalms 104 and 28?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Book of Psalms, chapter 104, chapter 28. That thou,
no.
So like you said,
104, right? Chapter 104, verse 28, right?
So like you said, chapter 104, verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
That thou givest them thy gathering, thou openest thine hand, they are filled with good.
Skip to 29.
Verse 29. Thou hidest thy face.
That's it.
They are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die.
Right?
In return,
so that's what you call what? That's what?
Death, sir.
Yeah, that's death. You understand? The Lord hides his face. And what happens when he hides his face from you?
Okay, sir. They are troubled.
Right? Read on.
Thou takest away their breath.
So now you take your breath away. Read on.
They die.
They die. Read on.
And return to their dust.
And return to their dust. So when you die, your spirit goes where? As a matter of fact, read on. Read verse 30. You hear me?
Khan, sir.
I think his stuff went out.
So like I said, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Conquer. So like I said, I'll start over. Verse 30. Thou sendest forth thy spirit. They are created. And thou renewest the face of the earth.
Right? That's what happens when you die. Right? When you die, your body goes where? Into the ground. Your spirit goes back to the Lord. Right? And then he does what? In verse 30, in 30?
Renewest thy face of the earth.
Right? No, read verse 30 again.
This is book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 30. Thou sendest forth thy spirit. They are created.
Right.
And thou renewest the face of the earth.
Right. So this here speaks about what?
Where your spirit goes after you die, sir.
No, this part here speaking about what?
It's like it, sir. A reincarnation.
Reincarnation. So when you die, your body goes into the ground, right? What's it saying? Dust to dust, right? Your body goes into the ground, your spirit goes to the Most High, and then He decides when you come back. Right? The Bible say, I think a generation, right? But nonetheless, that time that you come back is dependent on the Lord. Okay? Right? Right? Yes, that's reincarnation. And now that whole thing where they get the like they seen your loved ones, right? That's I think General explained it a little bit last class. Do y'all know the story with King Saul?
Come on, sir.
And you all know where it is?
I'll have to find it, sir.
I'll find it quick for you all.
Come.
You good? Go to 1 Samuel. I don't know why. Who I hear an echo from?
So like I said,
Go to 1 Samuel 28 and 7. All right, 1 Samuel 28 and 7.
come, sorry, guys.
Go ahead.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 28, verse 7. Then said Saul unto his servants, seek me a woman that hath a familiar spirit.
I seek me a what?
A woman that hath a familiar spirit.
Right? A woman that has a what? A familiar spirit. Right? What's a familiar spirit?
So like I said, would it
Come
be
on.
a witch?
Okay. No. A familiar. What's a familiar spirit?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
A familiar spirit is when they con you into believing that they can talk to one of your relatives.
Okay. Yes, but they say a woman that had a familiar spirit, meaning what?
She's a soothsayer, or she's like a connector to the spiritual world. She's a con artist in actuality.
Okay, you're right with what you're saying, right? But I want to know, okay, meaning this. The reason why it says familiar spirit is because this spirit is familiar to this woman. Simple.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
This just had a demon.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Keep it simple. Familiar spirit is just what? This spirit is familiar to the system.
All
right? Read on.
That I may go with her and inquire of her. And his servants said unto him, and his servants said to him, behold, there is a woman that hath a familiar spirit and endure.
Right? So this woman, right? And this is what people be thinking, right? What you're saying with her being a con woman, you know what I mean? It's all correct. Like people go to, you know what I mean, your family members might go, some of your friends might go to get what? Their palm read. as let's say a Palm Rear, Miss Cleo. Might go to Miss Cleo. Miss Cleo is conjuring a spirit that's familiar to her. That is not your loved one. You understand?
So I got one.
Come on.
Somebody, so could you say for as a familiar spirit, could you say somebody that's battling like with drug addiction? Could you use that as like a familiar spirit because it's something that they familiar with?
No. This ain't that. This ain't that. All right. Read on. I don't know, Yanita, you also good down there. You'll have a young officer in your room there.
Kind of one con, sir.
Let him read again. Feedback.
Slug, sir, can you hear me?
You know, I could hear, but there's like an echo in your room.
Come.
Right. We had 1 Samuel 28 and get to verse 8. Go to verse 8. Come on, Yanisa. Who in your room there?
No, Salaki, sir. We all 500s here.
Okay. Then
So
that's somebody read it for me.
I can read it, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Tawada.
Salakia, sir. It's Trooper Daraj. Salakia, Officer Daraj 50. I go ahead and read it for you, sir.
Tawada.
Come.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 28, verse 8. And Saul disguised himself and put on other raiment, and he went, and 2 men with him. And they came to the woman by night. And he said, I pray thee, divine unto me by the familiar spirit, and bring me him up, whom I shall name unto thee.
You understand? So he went to this woman in disguise. Why did he go in disguise?
So like I said,
Mm-hmm.
because at the time Saul was like getting like on a, I don't know if he was unalive or just getting rid of like people who was dealing with divination and wizards and stuff like that.
Yes, there's a law. You can't be a wizard. You can't be a drug dealer. You understand? You can't be a witch. You cannot be that in Israel. Those things were forbidden. And Saul knew it. That's why Saul disguised himself. Read on.
Verse 9. And the woman said unto him, Behold, thou knowest what Saul hath done, how he hath cut off those that have familiar spirits.
Right. Read on.
And the wizards out of the land. Wherefore then layest thou a snare for my life, to cause me to die.
Right. So Samuel, right, made a decree that if you become a what? A wizard, a what? You dealt with familiar spirit, you were going to be what? Cut off, meaning that was it. You was done. You was going to die. You understand? Read on.
Verse 10. And Saul sware to her by the Lord, saying, As the Lord liveth, there shall no punishment happen to thee for this thing.
Right. Read on.
Verse 11. Then said the woman, Whom shall I bring up unto thee? And he said, Bring me up Samuel.
Say, bring me up what?
Bring me up Samuel.
Right. Some of you all don't want to let your loved ones go, man. They did the time. They had to go. The Lord called them. Let them go. Some of us be so, you know what I mean, so into it on you want to celebrate the birthday. You're going by the grave with balloons. You understand? With candles. Ain't nobody there. Let them rest. You understand? Read on.
Verse 12. And when the woman saw Samuel, she cried with a loud voice. And the And the woman spake to Saul, saying, Why hast thou deceived me? For thou art Saul.
No. Was this actually Samuel that she was seeing?
Lie, sir.
Lie, sir.
No. Right? This spirit was what? Familiar to this woman. If you were in there and you had Uncle Tyrone that passed, she would have said this was who? Uncle Tyrone. You understand? Whoever you was going to ask her, that's familiar spirit would have been the name for the familiar spirit. You understand? That was not King Saul. I mean, that was the Samuel. And now if you jump into the New Testament, how you know that wasn't Samuel? Right? You could go to let's go to where I think Christ said it out his mouth. You know where I'm going to?
So like you said, the Lord is not the Lord of the dead, but of the living.
Yes. Right? Matthew 22. Go to Matthew 22 and 32.
All
right. All right.
So you said 22 and 32?
Mm-hmm. Now, where do they get this from? Where do they get this from? They get this from where? The Christian church. Why? The Christian church. What does the Christian church say about the Holy Spirit? What do they refer to the Holy Spirit as?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
It's a ghost, an apparition.
A ghost. A ghost, which means it's a what? Which means it's a what?
Familiar spirit?
No, okay, not familiar spirit, right? Remember, okay, hold up. I don't want to give you it. All right, just put the Christian hat on. Just put the Christian hat on for 1 minute. For 1 minute.
Slugging, sir.
Come on.
So you saying what do they believe the spirit is, since they say it's a ghost?
Okay, why do they call it a ghost?
Because they think it's like a person.
Yes. It's something separate from the Most High. But you know that the Holy Spirit has to deal with what? The Most High. That's the Most High what?
His spirit, sir.
Say one time?
The spirit, sir.
Yes, but okay. So can you have the Lord's Spirit? Yes, I.S.U.P.K. That's it. His vibe.
Okay.
His vibe. That's it. You know this. The Holy Spirit is that vibe that you have. You understand? And that vibe is what? You don't eat pork. You don't eat crab. You don't eat shrimp. You don't smoke weed. You don't smoke on the whole. You understand? You don't do interracial marriages. You don't do these things. Right? Right? Read on. No, yeah. Read Matthew for me now.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 32. I am the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac and the God of Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
God is not the God of the dead, but of the living.
He's not the God of the what?
God is not the God of the dead, but of the living.
Right. You understand? All right. Ain't no spirit of your dead uncle watching over here. That nigga used to eat pork, Salakia. Used to smoke. He did all manner of evil, all manner of sin. And now he watching over you. So who was watching over him while he eat pork? You understand? That's how simple the Christian church is. The Christian church gave you these things. These things are like what? Distractions to what? What are these distractions to?
So like, sir,
Come on.
to real life problems.
Yeah, to a real life problem. To who's the real problem?
No question, sir.
Yeah. You understand? That's why they tell you what? That Satan is where? Where is Satan?
Underground, sir.
And beneath the ground. So now, where's the devil? Beneath the ground. So now, you're not looking at the oppressor as being your what? Your devil. The devil the Bible speaks of. You understand? Now, you're not focusing on doing what? On doing what the Lord said to do so you could have the Lord vibe, so you could have the Holy Spirit. You understand?
Come on.
All right. And I think there's another question there in the chat. Come on.
So we have another question from Siana. Says, Salaki, sir, if I may ask, is it lawful or unlawful for you to take part in your work holiday theme parties? Like if your job is having a Halloween party, how do you maneuver around that during your shift, Salaki?
Okay.
If I could.
Come on.
I think also too, like, I think a lot of like sisters, they work and like with kids and like in schools and things like that. So like how do you, you know, if the school is saying, you know, you gotta have a Christmas party, how you get around doing that, you know? So like,
okay, meaning this. Okay, is it your job to put up the decoration, or are you saying that you go in, like you partaking in that holiday? Which one? You'll understand the question I'm asking?
Yeah, come, sir.
Right. So it's like if you at CVS might have a Halloween theme, right? So they might need you on your shift to put up Halloween pumpkins or whatever. Right? What do you do?
Sorry, sir. So like, that wasn't in my job. Like when I applied to work here, I didn't get the job that I said I had to add decorations to the window. I don't know. It's a lot.
Come on.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
If I could, I would imagine you just, you know, you put if that's, you know what I'm saying, that's part of your, maybe not your job description when you first worked there, but you know, usually with jobs like that, they be having you do all kind of stuff that, you know, you didn't necessarily sign up for. So you probably would just have to put up the signage. But if they be like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a work Halloween potluck, you can just be like, nah, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you don't
that's
have to partake in that stuff.
Yeah, it's no different than a brother or a sister working in a meat factory that has what? More than likely gonna have what? Pork in it, right? But there's gonna have ways you're gonna what? Have to deal with that pork. Meaning what? Right. You're gonna have to wear gloves. You might have to wear certain clothes so that it doesn't get on you. You understand? But you know what I mean, those you know what I mean, those type of jobs you want to try to steer yourself away from. You understand? Come on.
If I could, to obviously Yarmak's point though, you know, like with like say teachers and people that deal with children, a lot of times they'll have those kind of activities almost a part, like built into it. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, this year, you know, this month is Halloween month, so everything is Halloween themed, like Halloween themed pins, Halloween themed arts and crafts. So it's like, you know, a sister like that or a brother in that situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, how would they, you know what I mean, would it be the same thing with like putting other decorations? Like, you just got to do the activities and then that's that.
And that's that. whatever what you there to do, you just there to do what you have to do and just go home after. You are not partaking. You're not partaking in the activities. You're not saying happy Halloween and that type of, you know what I mean? You're not doing that. You understand? That's your job. You're doing it. If you have to do it, if you could find a way around it, then find a way around it. You understand? You might want to talk to your supervisor. Tell your supervisor up front, I don't celebrate Halloween. I don't do these holidays. It might not end well for you, but at least you let them know. You understand?
Common concept.
All right.
Common concept.
All right. Any more?
Common concept.
Yeah, you're also lucky.
So, like, there was another question from Sister Chelsea. It says, Salaki, sir, if I may, what are some healthy ways one can honor or grieve someone on their anniversary of their death if you have not yet made peace with their passing?
Okay. The Lord gave you a specific time to make peace with your passing. Where is that?
7 days.
No, I think it's more than that. I believe it's in Ecclesiasticus. Hold on.
Salaki, sir, are you looking for Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, where it just says a time for every season?
No. That's Ecclesiastes. I'm looking for in Ecclesiasticus, where it gives you
Salaki Adawan.
Come on.
Is it Ecclesiasticus chapter 22, verse 12?
Read it for me. Let me hear it.
7 days do men mourn for him that is dead. But for a fool and an ungodly man, all the days of his life.
That's a good one to show that what?
There's a time period to mourn?
Yes, there's a time period to mourn. Now read that one more time.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 22, verse 12. Salakia. 7 days do men mourn for him that is dead. But for a fool and an ungodly man, all the days of his life. So we can read verse 11 if you want. Let me go up to
verse. But why does it say a fool for the rest of his life?
Because it's a vain thing to continue to mourn over, someone that's dead. I mean, it's pointless.
Why?
You're not getting any closer to them.
Salaki, sir.
Bring them back.
Salaki, it's fool to mourn for somebody who's back on earth again. They back again.
That's it. Because we believe in what? Reincarnation. The Bible teaches what? Reincarnation. So you mourning for the rest of your life when the person could be where? Right back on earth. Remember, the Bible say what? God is not the God of what? Of the what? Dead, but of the living. You understand? So he gave you a specific time to do what? To mourn. But read on.
Salakia, sir. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 22, verse 11. Weep for the dead, for he hath lost the light. And weep for the fool, for he wanted understanding. Make little weeping for the dead, for he is at rest.
For he is at what?
At rest.
He's at rest. Meaning what?
Meaning he's asleep.
Yeah. What you had to what you had to pay every month?
Tithes, building fund.
Now, okay.
Rent.
Yeah. Now you're getting to it. Tithes and building fund. Those things you should be. That should be, you know what I mean, top of your list. Meaning that ain't your burden. You understand? But what this oppressor wants to take out, all the tax, all that rent, the high prices of food. You understand? All them things you what? You worrying about because you what? You
Oppressed.
are oppressed, but you are alive.
No, come.
So a person who is dead, he's what? He's sleep. You're not to worry about. You're resting. And why do they use the word sleep?
Because he'll wake up again.
Yeah, he's coming back. He is coming back. He's going to sleep for a short time, but you will be back here on earth. You understand? You're going to be right back here on earth. All right?
Come,
sir.
Any more?
come.
So like it says, but the life of the fool is worse than death.
Yeah, well. I say what the life of a fool is worse than what?
Than death.
Than death. You understand? You want to try not to be a fool, basically. All right. I'm trying to look for that 1 minute. I know it's in Ecclesiasticus. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Let me check it here. Give me 1 minute. All right. $41. And hold on. Let's see something. Oh boy, I can't find it here right now. But there's a verse in Ecclesiasticus where it properly explain how to go about mourning. You understand? You should mourn. Ain't no problem mourning. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to dwell on the fact. You know what I mean? You want to make it, you know what I mean, like an anniversary thing. You understand? Where on this day, you know what I mean, you start mourning all over again and start, you know what I mean, going to the again to the cemetery. You understand? But you could remember a loved one that passed, but you can't now go into what?
Morning, sir.
Mourning.
So like I said, could you say that that's kind of like a because I know it's something that I've dealt with in the world, but it's almost like because with mourning like that, like with mourning can come like depression, and with that depression, like could you explain it like you are opening the door for demons to attack you? Because like if I'm mourning a loved one every year, and it's like this time of the year, I'm so sad that I might just unalive myself. I'm thinking about this so much that I might pick up a blunt and smoke it because I'm like making myself to be sad, going to the cemetery, you know, putting myself in that space. Could you explain it like that, or?
Okay, yes, because why? Because depression is a what?
A demon.
A demon. You understand? And a demon's job is to do what? It's to hurt you, to unalive you. You understand? Come on.
What was that precept in Ecclesiasticus 22 and 12?
That's what Bankel just read.
So you still looking for that verse?
Yeah. Wait it is.
I think a close apart got it right here.
Slack, yes, sir. Would it be Ecclesiasticus 38 and 16?
38 and 16. Hold on. Who is this?
Also called Sapar, sir.
This brother from Philly?
VA out of one.
Oh, from VA.
Con.
Most High Christ. Hold on. Yes, I think this is it right here. Read this to me.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 38, verse 16. My son, let tears fall down over the dead.
All right, let
And
tears fall down. You know what I mean? Don't hold that back. And then you say you might try to, you know what I mean, be man. You know what I mean? You're trying to show your strength. The Bible says what? Let tears fall down for the dead, man. You know what I mean? You lost a loved one, let them tears fall. Read.
and began to lament,
Uh-huh.
as if thou hadst suffered great harm thyself.
You understand? Read on.
And then cover his body according to the custom.
Right? According to the custom. You understand? We have a custom in how we bury our dead. Right? We don't burn with dead. We what? We bury our dead. Right? Read on.
And neglect not his burial.
Don't neglect his burial. You understand? A brother or sister pass on, you get them a good send-off, a proper send-off. Don't neglect to do it. Read on.
Verse 17. Weep bitterly.
Mm-hmm.
And make great moan. And
Mm-hmm.
use lamentation, as he is worthy. And that a day or two, lest thou be evil spoken of.
Uh-huh.
And then comfort thyself for thy heaviness.
Right, and then comfort thyself for thy what?
Heaviness.
Right, read on.
Verse 18. For of heaviness cometh death.
Right,
And
of
the heaven
heaviness cometh what?
cometh death.
Right, read on.
And the heaviness of the heart breaketh strength.
Right, break its strength. So you don't want to be the one to be doing what? Dwelling on the fact that you lose this loved one. Yeah, time to mourn, you mourn for that time. And then let that go. Why? Because that person, if that person was alive, that person would want you to do what? He want you to live. You want to live for that person, right? You want to ensure that person come back on the earth, you know what I mean, to see, you know what I mean, a kingdom. Then guess what? You're gonna have to stop mourning at some point in time and realize this nation have a lot of work to do and get to it. So that when your uncle or your aunt come back, they ain't coming back not knowing who they are, where they come from. They ain't coming back not knowing who the enemy is or who the oppressor is not. You understand? They're gonna come back in a kingdom where they're going to know the truth according to the Bible. You understand? But if we continue to mourn, then guess what? We ain't gonna reach nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. All right?
Sir.
Any more to that? I think that is it. But this is not the one. There's another one I'm gonna vex. Normally I have it. I would I had that one. But if it do come back, I'll let you all know. All right. I think that's it for that, right? Anything else?
So there's another question from Sister Najee.
Come on.
Says, Salakia, sir, if I may ask, how do you deal with family? How do you deal with, I guess, your family thinks your husband is a Mason?
How? Okay. How do you deal with your family thinking your husband is a Mason? Go to where Christ was talking to the disciples and he tell them, who's my mother, who's my father? Right, go there first. All right. And you know what I mean? Like how you gonna convince them that he is not a Mason? He might have to talk to them, and if you speak to them, and they still think he's some type of Mason, well, Lord be with them. I you know what I mean?
Okay.
Lord be with them, but the focus should be on what you think your man is.
Right.
What you think your man is? Do you think your man is, you know what I mean? If he is any truth, if he's a priest of the Lord, because theirs is irrelevant. Because if you're saying that's your man, what does the Bible say about a man and a woman?
That they twine are one flesh. Sir.
Yes, become one flesh. Give me that. Give me that first. Where it says, a woman leaves her father house, and the man leaves his father house too, and they both become one.
Okay, I believe that's Mark chapter 10 and verse 8.
Get it from me.
Okay. The book of Mark chapter 10 and start at verse 6. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and
For this
cleave.
cause, what?
Shall a man leave his father and mother?
Right. This cause a man shall leave his mother and father. Right. Read on.
Okay. And cleave to his wife.
And what?
And cleave to his wife.
Cleave to his wife, meaning what?
So I can say
Come on.
that he should live with her or be with her. Sir.
Okay. More. Okay. What does cleave means? Cleave.
So like I said.
Give me the dictionary. And I way picture it. Cleave. Anybody got it? I'm gonna pull it up quick right here.
To adhere firmly and closely or loyally.
To what? To what?
To adhere firmly and closely or loyally and unwaveringly.
Unwaveringly. You understand? So guess what? That's your wife. That's why it's very important who you stick that, you know what I mean, that joint in, that rod in. Is very important. You understand this? You understand? Why? Because now you're going to do what? You're going to cleave onto her. That's yours. That is not mine. You understand? That's yours. Read on. Go back to the scripture.
For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife. Verse 8. And they twain shall be one flesh.
And what?
They twain shall be one flesh.
The twain shall be what? One flesh. Meaning they what?
They are one mind, sir.
Yeah, they're one mind. You understand? You can't go and say you want to be, you know what I mean? You want to go marry this woman, and then you do not want to do what? You don't want to do what?
Be together in one second.
Say that one time?
So like I said, that you were asking like if a person doesn't want to be with them, sir?
No.
You don't want to deal with
it. Cleave. 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 You understand?
Come.
You understand? They want to cleave.
Come.
You don't understand. You don't understand the seriousness of marriage. If you do not understand the seriousness of marriage, then guess what? You should be what? You should be single. Yeah, you should marry. If you don't understand it, if you ain't ready for it, you understand? That's why it's very important that you follow what? It's very important.
Follow the Most High, sir.
Somebody saying it.
Protocol, sir.
Yeah, follow that protocol. That's 6 months rule. It's gonna help you out a whole lot. I seen laws, I seen everything but protocol. Follow the 6 months rule. You see a sister, bring her into school. Why to bring her into school? Give her 6 months. See a man you want to be in, try him out, bring him. Say, yo, these brothers in Durham and Fayetteville, Charlotte, they having classes. Come in. You change your life. You give the other person the option to change their life too. You understand? But when it's not done that way, then we might run into somewhat. Might run into some issues. Might. You understand? But you want to follow that 6 months rule. You want to try to do that as best as you could. Right? Where's the other scripture I asked for?
Matthew 12 and 48.
Read that for me.
Come, sir. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 48.
Somebody else get for me, please.
Matthew chapter 12, verse 48. Well, I'll start at verse 47. Then one said unto him, Behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee.
You understand? This is who? This is Christ speaking. No, this is I forget who was talking to Christ, but that person was telling them what? Your mother and father, your family members, they're outside, they're waiting to talk to you.
Come.
All right? Read on.
Verse 48. But he answered and said unto him that told him, Who is my mother and who are my brethren?
Who is my what?
My mother and who are my brethren?
And this is one of the hardest things, you know what I mean, brothers and sisters, you know what I mean, might see themselves going through, coming into the truth. You understand? This is one of the hardest things you're gonna find. Finish it off, Yarma.
Verse 49. And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, Hold my mother and my brethren. Verse 50. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother.
You understand? Christ was basically telling his disciples what? You in here in the truth? You my what? My mother, my father, my brother, my sister. When you come into the truth, you're gonna get a brand new what?
Family.
Brand new what?
Family, sir.
A brand new family. So who cares if mommy and daddy think your husband is a Mason? Who the hell cares? If they want to be that ignorant, who the hell cares? Guess what? You have a new mother, new father. You have everything you need inside this school right here. You understand? We family. You understand? But you're going to have to come in to this family and you're going to have to do what?
Do the will of the Father, sir.
Yeah, do the will of the Father. Meaning what? You're gonna have to do what? Obey everything that's in that Bible. You can't want to come in here and say you want to be part of my family and you're doing what? Eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. You're lying, you're murmuring, you're smoking weed. No, you're gonna have to come in here and give up that to be part of my family, to be part of this family. You understand? Because the will of the Father is not for you to do what? For you to roll a blunt. That's not the will of the Father. That's your will. But not the will of the Father. You understand? Right? Any more on that?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
I don't know. Just going to the sister's question, I just think about Masons celebrate Christmas. Masons celebrate Thanksgiving. A Mason is going to celebrate his birthday. But a brother that's going to do the will of the Father, that's going to be obedient to what's in the Bible, he's not going to do, or she's brother, he's not going to do any of those things. So it's almost like they're really just making mockery of your husband. Really, your husband is an outstanding brother that's want to stand for the Lord, but being a Mason actually goes against serving the Most High.
Yeah. All right. I want him, you know what I mean? I want him, I'll focus more so on, you know what I mean, what you know what I mean, what the wife thinks about the husband. You understand? That family member, you really, it ain't no convincing that family member, nothing. You don't have to convince that family member about anything. You understand? But how you see your husband. What are you doing for your husband? You understand? Focus on that. Zone in on that.
Okay.
What you doing for the truth? What you trying to do? Those are things you want to zone in on. But mommy and daddy, you got, you know what I mean? Send up 2 prayers for them. Because that's as much as you could do. You understand? Go to Old Wine. You don't know what I'm talking about?
Okay,
Go to Matthew 9 and 17.
This is Matthew chapter 9, verse 17. Neither do men put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break, and the wine runneth out, and the bottle perish.
You understand? And that's what brothers and sisters got to understand. You can't come in here and do what? And be the same. You can't come in here and say what? You caught up with the opinions of who? Your family in the world. With the opinions and everything else. And not trying to focus yourself on doing what's actually what? You can't do that's in the truth. You understand? It's too conflicting. And guess what's going to happen? Read one more time.
Okay. And the bottle perish.
The bottle is going to perish, meaning what?
It's going to break. So, oh, come on.
It's going to burst. Go ahead.
That the person's going to fall out of the truth, sir.
Follow the truth. You name it. The person is going to be done. They're going to be done. You know what I mean? Before you know it, you look to, you know what I mean? You look to the right, to the left, and you ain't going to see that person no more. You understand? You ain't going to see them no more. I mean, so many times we worried about what, you know what I mean, what your friends and your family member think about you being in the truth. Now, if you got to worry about that, maybe you don't need to be in here, really. If you got to worry about what people think about you being in here. If you want to be loved, I don't think you're in the right place. You might want to go to the Christian church right around the corner. They got all the love and happiness you could find in there. You understand? All right? I think that's it on that.
Come.
Any more questions?
Come, sir.
Come on.
This is a question from Sister Shantaray. It says,
Uh-huh.
Salaki, sir, if I may ask with your grace, what would be your advice on maintaining sisterhood/relationships with other sisters if you live far away or you barely see them? She asks, how can you make or keep genuine connections with people in the school?
How? Give me the one with communication.
Come, sir.
All right. Give me the one with communication. All right. You can't do it. All right. What's your first step for this to occur? What's your first step? What's your first step?
Salaki,
Come on.
doing your 90 days or shedding your the world.
You're gonna have to do what? You're gonna have to come in here. You have to come in here and start doing what?
Changing, sir.
You're gonna have to change. You're gonna have to become somebody who you were not. You understand?
Come.
Right? You're gonna have to come in here and become somebody brand new. Most of us like to say what? Most sisters like to say they're who? They're all the righteous sisters in the Bible. I'm Esther. Give me some other names.
Deborah, sir.
Yeah. What's the other one? Esther, Deborah, Sarah. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Don't forget Sarah. Ruth. All these women, they all had a trait in them though. What was that one trait that was in them?
So, like, sir, would it be obedience?
I'll take that.
It's like a thing. All of the sisters were in the truth.
No. They were 100% feminine.
Oh yeah. Okay.
100% feminine. There's no need to argue with a sister in here. There's no need for brothers to argue. You understand? There's no need for that. And you better not do it in here. You're a woman. You running your mouth up in here. You causing problems up in here. You are going to bring shame to your house if you are married to a brother in here. You're going to stain your reputation coming in here with a foul attitude. You come in here, you better be 100% feminine. Better know how to speak. You understand? How to say, yes, sir. You have a man at home, you should be calling him Lord, my Lord. So you could fight whatever demon in your mind. You understand? Fight it. Whatever demon in your mind. So you know your place. You understand? Give me the precept I asked for.
This is Hebrews chapter 13 and 16. But to do good and to communicate, forget not.
Forget what?
Forget not.
Forget not. Don't forget how to communicate. There's a way to communicate. This is the first time you're speaking to a sister. First time you're communicating. What should be coming out your mouth? Shalom says, Yahweh Shematha Bashim Yashai. And that sister should return. And if you don't know how to say it, force yourself to learn how to say it. Force yourself. Have the paper right in front of you while you're on the phone. It says, hold on. I'm gonna get this. Shalom, Yahweh, Shema, Al. Force yourself to do it. I mean, some of your sisters come in here, you're gonna have to share your man. You're gonna have to share him. Ain't no question about it. So guess what? He ain't going nowhere, and his other wife ain't going nowhere. So guess what? Better make things happen, or else you're going to end up in a council, and you're going to stain your name, your reputation, if you're a loudmouth. Right? Read that one more time.
Come. This is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 16. But to do good and to communicate, forget not.
Read on.
For with such sacrifices, God is well pleased.
For what? Such what?
Sacrifices.
It's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice. You understand? And with such sacrifice, the Most High is pleased. I'm 99% of the time is the way you all speak to each other. You understand? That other 1%, I should say, is this. Go to I think it's Matthew, no, Philippians 2:14.
Come. It's the book of Philippians chapter 2, verse 14. Do all things without murmurings and disputings.
Do what?
All things without murmurings and disputings.
What is murmuring and disputing? Just think about it this way. If you never spoke to a sister before, is the first time you see this sister or speak to this sister ever in your life, and you don't have a, how to say it, in the world, a negative vibe about the sister, maybe something wrong with you. Or maybe you're doing what? Maybe what's going on? Read one more time.
Sorry. Do all things without murmurings and disputings.
You understand? You want to stop the what? The murmuring. Stop the murmuring. Your sister come in here. You come in here, sit your butt in that seat, and you what? You learn from the men of the Lord. You learn. You have a husband. You do what? Your whole zone should be what? About him. See other sisters? You should be doing what? Greeting them with what? With respect. Talking to them with respect. You understand?
Come.
Once we start getting these things out, we stop doing it, stop the whole gossiping, stop the whole the disputing for no reason. Maybe it boils down to jealousy. Who knows? I don't know. Until I talk to you, or until you're in a council. Right? Read on.
Come, sir. So like in verse 15. That ye may be blameless and harmless.
That ye may be what?
Blameless and harmless.
That ye may be blameless and harmless. Because murmuring and disputing for no goddamn reason is very harmful. You understand? It's very harmful. And in here, we don't tolerate it. Murmuring and this whole disputing, sin. And we don't suffer sinners in here. You understand? Read on.
The sons of God without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as light in the world.
As you shine as what?
Lights in the world.
You understand? You coming here, a one West sister should be shining as a what?
Light in the world.
Yeah. They should be able to see you and be like, she ain't no Christian. She ain't no Muslim. What is she? But if you gossiping, if you disputing, you have the whole mindset. Well, this sister don't like me. When you never spoke to this sister before, you speak to this sister, and the way you are communicating, it's, you know what I mean, it's off. You're a Christian, pretending to be in the truth. You understand? You're gonna come in here, and that light is going to have to do what? That light is going to have to shine.
Come.
It's going to have to shine. You understand? Sisterhood is no different than what?
Brotherhood.
Yeah, it's no different than brotherhood. What I'm telling you here about sisters is the same thing when it's dealing with brothers. You talk to a brother with some kindness. So a sister, you speak to each other with some what? Kindness. Right?
Oh God.
Hold on. Go to Ephesians 4:32.
Oh God, this is the book of Ephesians chapter 4, verse 2. And be ye kind one to another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sake, hath forgiven you.
Read that over one more time.
Come. Verse 32. And be ye kind one to another.
And be what?
Kind one to another.
Be ye kind one to another. Want to know about how to be a sister, how to be a brother? First step, be kind. Right? Read on.
Tender-hearted.
Tender-hearted. Meaning what?
Like you have compassion.
Yes. Yes. Read on.
Forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sake, hath forgiven you.
You understand? Now, I might say a sister mightn't do you wrong, or a brother mightn't do you wrong. Yeah. But you're going to have to do what? Read it again.
Forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sake, hath forgiven you.
Yes. You know how hard it is for some of you all to say, I can't forgive. I can't forgive. Well, guess what? The Lord will not forgive you for putting that pork in your mouth then. How that feel?
That's right.
How does that feel? The Lord won't forgive you for aborting that child then. How does that feel?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
If I may ask a question that's on this topic.
Come on.
So like with forgiveness, right? Like like we understand we gotta forgive a brother. So say like a brother, say I invite you into my well, I ain't gonna use you. Let this say I invite a brother into my home. So like
yeah, come and trash your house.
No,
I get drunk. Yeah, go ahead.
Go, Salaki. So let's say I invite a brother into my home, and let's say this brother steals something. Let's say he steals the $100 bill that I had, and I got camera systems, and of course I go to he and the alone. He denies it. We go to council, and the council sees it. It's footage. We see him stealing the $100 bill, and then after that council, he gets his, what he got coming, his judgment, and after it, I forgive the brother. But so now at this point, let's say I have another shindig at my house, and I say, your brothers can come over, but now at that point, okay, how can I put it? Like if for me, if I'm saying I forgive you, but you're not coming back into my house again, at that point, am I
Why?
because now I think that you're gonna steal something.
Yeah, you see the problem? You ain't forgive him. You gonna have to forgive him. You know what I mean? But should you be leaving money lying around the place? I mean that. I might just put the money up.
Come on, sir.
You understand? I might just put it up. But you're gonna have to forgive him. It never happened. You understand? And the reason for that is what you just, the example you just gave there is why forgiveness, you are going to have to, you're going to have to really do it. You understand? Because if you don't do it, it's going to be some reasoning in your mind saying that he's not one of us.
You're going to justify yourself.
You understand? Yes.
He's not one of us.
Come on.
Is there a verse or something that you can actually go into that talk about like situation like that for forgiveness? I know we talk about 70 times 7, how often we should give, but there's like something in the script to possibly give like Akim strength in understanding the power of forgiveness.
Revelation 12 and 19.
So like, sir,
come on.
If I could, just a question along with this. How you describing it, is that like, you know what I'm saying, more specifically in terms of dealing with a brother in the truth versus, you know what I'm saying, we supposed to love, all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, but let's say my sister in the world or something, right? She borrowed money from me. She said, can I borrow such and such? I'll have it back to you, right? And she don't get it back to me the first time. I'm not tripping off it, but you know what I'm saying? That's what happens. She asked me again. I let her borrow some money. I say, I need my money back. She don't give it back to me. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? So does that forgiveness, now again, I'm not gonna hate my sister. Like I can forgive her, but you know what I'm saying? Like the next time she asks me for money for whatever reason, would I be wrong? Then would I be violating what Christ said about 70 times 7? If she asks me for money again and I say, hell
no, you're not violating.
Okay.
You can't lend any money. And that's it. Because such and such. You understand? And you know what I mean? You lending somebody money in the will, you might as well count that, you know what I mean, that done, that gone.
Common concept.
You understand? And if you want to do it right, you understand? The school have a way of doing it. Now, if you want to, you know what I mean, make some I say some vow between you and a brother, puts it into money. That between you and that brother.
Okay.
You understand? No, if you all fall out, we gotta go to council. And the question, you know what I mean? Then you gonna have to answer questions. He's gonna have to answer questions.
Okay.
You understand? All right.
It's like, yeah, Mark.
No, I was just asking, could you use Ecclesiasticus 12 and 4 as a precept to what you just explained?
Come on.
It says, give to the godly man and help not a sinner.
Okay. Yes. All right. Come on.
Salaki, sir.
No. I didn't say sorry. I should say Romans 12 and 19. Sorry, Salaki, if I say Revelation. It's Romans 12 and 19.
So like I said, it's a book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
So, who is forgiveness for?
For us, sir.
When I say for us, what do you mean?
Like we needed the forgiveness.
Okay. Okay. If somebody offend you, right? Let's say a brother offend you, right?
Come.
You say, I forgive your brother. Who is the forgiveness for?
For the brother who offended me.
No.
Slide, sir.
Come on.
It's for you.
For you. Why? Read it one more time.
Come. Verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves.
Because if you don't forgive him, guess what you're gonna do?
Avenge yourself.
You're gonna try to.
Come.
Avenging yourself don't mean you're gonna hurt the person. It might just mean what?
You're gonna get even?
Yeah. I mean, it don't, you know what I mean? When I say hurt, meaning it don't mean if he, you know what I mean, take your eye out, no, you're gonna take his eye out. You understand? But you're gonna plot to try and get him back, him or her back. So you have to what? Forgive that person for what to take place. Read on.
Come. But rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
Yes, because if you do not forgive, guess what?
Then the Lord.
Come on.
That the wrath might fall upon you.
Oh, okay, who's the rod for?
Slide, sir.
Who's the rod for?
The person that wronged you, sir.
Yes. So if you don't forgive that person, what's going to happen?
That you might receive the same, in a case, the same punishment, sir. Judgment.
Well, okay. When they say you can face the same punishment, what you mean?
As far as like something will happen to you, sir. As far as like now, if this person wronged me and I don't.
You didn't do anything.
Right, come. Well, in this case, I did. I didn't forgive the brother or the person that wronged me.
Okay.
With that, it's like I said, basically what I'm asking is, if I didn't forgive the person that wronged me, would I also receive a judgment for it, or?
Okay. The Bible tells you about that, right? That's why the Bible goes into if you bring a gift to the altar, I believe tells you about that, right? But this wrath that the Lord have for this for the offender, right? If you don't forgive this person, right? then guess what?
So like I said,
Right. That come on.
and the Lord ain't gonna forgive you.
Yeah, basically. That's it. Simple.
So like, sir,
Come on.
if I may.
Uh-huh.
Okay, pertaining to forgiveness, right? Like, is forgiveness like automatic, or should a person, first admit or want to be forgiven?
Okay.
I'll give a scripture. I think it's Luke 17 and 3. I believe that's the one.
Read it for me.
It's the book of Luke, chapters 17 and verse 3. Take heed to yourselves. If thy brother trespass against thee, rebuke him, and if he repent, forgive him.
Right. So the rebuke has to be done when?
Like he and thee alone, right? Like,
yes.
So then, if he doesn't repent, or if he doesn't accept responsibility, is he still supposed to be forgiven?
No, then they take him to counsel.
Come.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
If I could, sir, this question is going off of what topic? So
Fayetteville. Go ahead.
Come, sir. So basically, and I think it's what kind of Giannis was getting at as well. As far as forgiveness goes, even though it's for the person that's doing the forgiving, is it not? I believe I heard a general talk about it before. Like, before the forgiveness can happen, there has to be like, what's the word he used?
Recompense.
Basically recompense. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a woman gets abused, right? Some cat abuse her on the street, right? But he get away with it. You don't go to jail. Nothing happens to him. You know what I'm saying? Does she still have to forgive him like nothing happened, even though he never had to pay for his crime? You know what I'm saying? Versus if he paid for his crime and now it's like, okay, I can forgive you. You know what I'm saying? He actually had to go through something in the end. Or is it like, sorry, sir.
No, go ahead. Finish up what you're going to say.
That's basically it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Basically, if he paid his debt in some way, or if you rob somebody, you steal $10,000 from me. You know what I'm saying? You got the $10,000, you know what I'm saying, under the floorboards at the crib, come to me talking about, hey, I did you wrong, brother. Could you forgive me? It's like, hell no, where the hell's my $10,000? You know what I'm saying? But then, you know what I'm saying? But if he come back with the money, like, you know, bro, I shouldn't have did that. Slack you. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that how it works, or is it just automatic? Like y'all always asking.
Okay, how I think. Okay, yeah, Giannis. I think how Giannis I was asking is it different to how you asking from what you asking? If it's different, come on.
So like I said, if I may, Top One, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I do believe that somebody asked the general, they asked like, what sin is like a sin that is unforgivable? And the general responded by basically saying, all sins are forgivable, but some sins you have to pay for more than others.
Yes,
so I guess
yes, of course.
So I guess like what Tabawan is asking again, correct me if I'm wrong, but before you can be forgiven, do you have to pay for that sin first, or for that kind of concept?
Okay, before the sin. Okay, come on.
Okay, when it's about paying for a sin, it's not talking about something like a debt. You pay a debt back. You paying for a sin, meaning like, you know, this is I get what they're trying to say. Like, a person, somebody wrongs you, did something despicable. Like, usually justice has to be had before a person can forgive.
Right.
Right. So the case with a brother, that's what you said, counsel. You take him to counsel. If he don't hear you, the counsel says he right or wrong, and it goes from there. What's bound on earth is bound in heaven, and then the Lord, the angels will deal with it. However, when you start talking about, like what Christ forgave on the cross, he told people, forgive them for they know what they do. They crucified him. Did all kind of men of evil, and we're supposed to be Christ-like. We're supposed to walk in the order of Christ. Brothers, we so hard we don't want to forgive at all. We try to find reasons to not forgive. If a woman is sexually assaulted by a man, those are one of those justice things where, yes, in order for her to forgive him, she has to feel like justice has been served. But this is something like a sexual assault. Say talk about money owed, or a brother killed your pit bull, ate his pit bull, or a brother took 10,000 from you or something. That's how is he going to pay that unless he pays it back? Like how you can't forgive him? You just don't want to forgive.
So okay,
not forgive.
Correct. Now go back to Romans 12 and 19.
Right?
Read it through.
So Romans
right, I'll try my best to get everything in. All right, come on.
Romans chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath.
Right? Simply what? You can't take revenge. Right? You cannot take revenge. There's no revenge. Somebody did you wrong, you're going to have to do what? You're going to have to follow the protocol that's in this school. You understand? Right? Read on.
For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord.
Right? The Lord say he is going to pay. So now, just think about it this way also too. Right? And the reason why the Lord say he's going to pay, meaning somebody do something, it ain't like ain't no getting away with it. Ain't no, do something, offend you, and then that's it. They're going to get paid for it. They're going to have to pay for it. You understand?
It's like, sir.
Come on.
I was looking at that verse, and you talk about if you give place, if you don't allow that place, then whatever wrath that the Lord or whatever vengeance that would happen, because you decided to take it upon yourself, like you took away that place where the Most High could have vengeance against, that you could receive that justice. You took it upon yourself to remove that place for the Most High to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you stole from the Most High to really show like who he is. You understand? It does it go back into like the oppressor? Like the Lord told us, don't you put your hand on the oppressor, because you harm him, you gonna get it sevenfold or whatever, right?
Yes.
So with the most when we talking about dealing with the oppressor, like the Lord going, you going out and shooting at an oppressor, they ain't gonna do nothing. But we talking about thermonuclear warfare, that's something.
Yeah.
But we give place by changing our lives and allow the Most High to do his job. I mean, Salaki, you know what I'm saying? Let his vengeance be, you know what I'm saying, displayed on the earth.
That's it.
Whatever brother or sister that wrong you.
Yes. You understand? That's it. And this is mainly basically, okay, this is mainly, I would say, it goes into effect where with tab one's example with the whole stealing from you. You understand? What I'm saying is this. You are going to, the Lord going to make this person pay nonetheless. If he give you back the money, nonetheless, he's going to have to pay for doing it. You understand?
Come.
He gonna have to, there's something he gonna have to pay for doing it. You understand?
So like,
come on. Read on. Come on.
Come. So like, if I may, in the scenario that I.S.U.P.K gave, right, that brother take the money, you know what I'm saying, and he get found guilty in the council, he had to do whatever he's ordered to do. You understand? And I.S.U.P.K throw another power at his spot, even though I.S.U.P.K forgave that brother, right? That brother, he got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay. You he don't have to invite that brother back to his house. Like it wouldn't be he could still forgive that brother and not invite him back to his spot. But he could still go to camp with him, you know what I'm saying? Salute the brother when he see him, have dinner and all that stuff with the brother, or whatever the case may be. He just know that this brother I can't invite back over to my house. Right?
Okay. No. I'm not saying forgiving them. All right. Now, if it's something personal that he have, something, you know what I mean, he ain't invited him back to your house, that's okay. But if it's something UPK, that brother gonna have to be there, especially if he's in the UPK. You understand?
Come on.
Some of these things I say, you're getting a bit personal with it in a way. You understand? What I'm telling you is this is broad. You understand? If you have a specific scenario, you may have to call and get counsel on it. You understand?
I
And
thought he was saying it was a personal event. I didn't know he was saying UPK event.
All right.
And Salak, if I may, sir.
Come on.
It goes back to like us really believing in what thus says the Lord. Like really, like you gotta believe in this thing from top to bottom. If you don't believe in it, you got any bit of Christianity in it, you like things like this, it's gonna show up. And it could cause brotherhood and sisterhood. You gotta believe in the counsel that's given. You know what I mean? So if you don't believe that the Most High gonna, give you justice, you definitely gonna try to maneuver in a way that you know what I'm saying, for your get back.
Definitely. And the Lord will come see you on that. But read on. We all read on. Read on for me.
You want the next verse, sir?
Yeah, come on, yeah.
Verse 20. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink.
If he what?
If he thirst, give him drink.
Read on.
For in doing so, for in so doing thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head.
What does that mean? Come on.
I hate to say, this sounds like kind of Christian, but is it kind of like killing him with kindness or with love?
I ain't gonna say it like that, but you know what I mean. I would just say you know what I mean. This is you totally forgiving the brother.
God,
you understand? You totally forgiving them. You understand? And you're not treating them with no type of animosity. Not like that. Right? You are doing what? You were doing what? Read the verse one more time. The end of the verse.
For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head.
You heaping what? Coals of what?
Fire on his head.
Yes. Meaning what?
Salaki,
come on.
The fact that you did not take vengeance means you put in the trust of the Most High to get his payback or vengeance. And you're heaping those hot coals on his head, meaning his punishment is getting worse and worse.
Yes.
You do not take vengeance, because you know how Judahites are, especially Judahite. We want stuff to happen right now. She got to die now. I'm guilty of that. I know how that feels. But this brother got to pay now. No, you steal the vengeance from the Lord. He don't get to do what he wants. When you heap hot coals on that person's head by you not doing anything and trusting the Lord's going to get that justice for you.
Yeah.
It's going to be worse because the hot coals, I mean, one piece of coal on my head is sent me up out of here. Imagine heaping hot coals in your head. Oh, you will get taken up and through there.
Yeah. That's it. You know what I mean? You take this to the bank, and you know what I mean, we understand it with this when it comes to relationship. When we get, for lack of better term, when you get burned by a female. You understand? You want to kick that bee in the head. You want to do everything. You understand? You want to toss the clothes outside, everything. Nah, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Just give it time. Let's give it some time, and you'll see. You'll see what the Lord gonna do. You understand? Like, don't ever think that, you know what I mean, that vengeance or justice is coming on your time or my time. It's on the Lord time. Let's give it time. All right. Any more questions?
Con, sir. Officer Rock.
Come on.
Hey, Salaki, sir. Officer Maya Shah sent me a video or photo of the IUIC right across from our camp spot in Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't camped today. And I just wanted to know, can camp be done any day of the week?
Yeah.
It's not like delegated just for the Sabbath.
Okay, it's not just delegated for the Sabbath, but because of our protocols, we're gonna have to request it. We might have to pass special requesting. We gotta pass special requesting. What Christ said? One thing, once in we spot, they're across the street, right?
Sir.
That's good. That's good. Once you're not on our spot. You know what I mean? And if you want, as I say, just put the request in and we'll see what could be done. All right. Talk to me after. All right. Any more questions in the chat? I know we're coming up on the chat. Come on.
There's some questions that's kind of going back into topics you already discussed.
Come on.
I'll read them. Salaki. From Thakawan says, Salaki, sir, what is the difference between being the dead versus your soul being separated from your body when you die? This pertains to the earlier topic on God not ruling over the dead.
All right. Okay. Now, when it says God is not a God of the dead, all right, what does that mean? What does that mean? Go to that verse one more time.
Salaki.
Come on, go ahead.
Just taking a shot. I mean, I kind of get it. Maybe was that talking about in his context, meaning the God of the dead, meaning that's not talking about the state of being unalived. Is that talking about, you know, how it says the dead, like the walking dead, meaning their God is Satan. It ain't the Most High. If a brother is celebrating Christmas and all that, that ain't his God. Like, just because you're alive don't mean the Most High is your God.
Okay.
Like, no man can serve two masters. He will serve the Most High or Satan. So if you're not in here, who the hell are you serving? Like, he's not the God of the dead. That don't mean we're his people, but I mean, is that right, or am I kind of missing the context?
No, okay. Now taking it a little too.
Okay, I see what you said.
Salaki, if I may, sir.
Just go to the scripture for me. All right. And just to give 1 minute, just to give context to it, right? When it's this is I believe when the disciples went up, I think it's either on a mountain and saw Christ, and they saw they saw go to the scripture.
Wait, Elijah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Like you talking about the God of the dead? The scripture?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 32. I am the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac and the God of Jacob.
Skip up. Where you at?
The book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 32.
Matthew 32?
22, chapter 22, verse 32.
Mm-hmm.
Start at verse 31.
Uh-huh. Go up to go ahead.
I think this is when the Pharisees were trying to cut Christ on with the woman with the 7 husbands.
Yes, that's it. right? With the woman with the 7 husbands. So read 29. We're gonna get Christ's answer.
Khan. Yahushua answered and said unto them, Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of God. Verse 30. For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven.
What does that mean?
Salak, you mean in follow order, sir?
Yes, very good. Because the angels what? Follow order. You understand? The angels, just like the angels follow order, when you die in the spirit, go back to the Lord, your spirit do whatever the Lord say to do. You understand? Read.
Verse 31. But as touching the resurrection of the dead, have ye not read that which was spoken unto you by God, saying, verse 32, I am the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. God is not the God of the dead, but of the living.
Right. So Cole, I think he was more on it in a way also too. All right. Read that verse over one more time.
Khan. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 32. I am the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. God is not the God of the dead, but of the living.
But of the what?
Of the living.
No. Just for, go ahead.
It's about reincarnation. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, Cap.
No, you good.
These people are back again. Meaning, Abraham, our forefathers are back. Meaning he don't die, just be dead. This is not a God of. He's reinforcing the concept that we call regeneration or reincarnation.
Okay. Yes, you're correct. You're correct. No. Do Christians believe in the resurrection?
La, sir.
No, they don't, right?
La.
So to them, the Bible had to be the book of the dead, right?
Con.
Because Matthew what? Died.
Passed
right?
away. Yeah, con.
John.
Out of here.
Peter.
In the dirt.
Yeah, all of them.
So like I said,
come on.
Just want to be sure. So, because I believe Christians would say that they do believe in the resurrection of Christ, but is it a difference between the resurrection and reincarnation?
Okay, according to the Bible, there's no difference. Why? They believe Christ was resurrected, right? Because they see it in the Bible where it says what? Christ was what? Resurrected on what?
The third day.
Right? But their concept of resurrection, it only stops short with Christ. It doesn't go to everybody. You understand? So when they read this, right? When they read this touching on resurrection, to them, it's more so I forget how the Christians look at this, but they don't look at it as being reincarnation. They do not. They don't. You understand? That's why when it comes to the dead parents, where do they be? On All Souls Day. They be at where? The gravesite lighting a candle. You understand? On the day their family member died, they go to the gravesite and what? Put flowers and do everything. The whole work. You understand? That's because they don't believe in resurrection. They believe in what?
Death.
What do they believe in?
Heaven and hell.
No, they believe in the dead.
Okay.
You understand? They think that they don't believe in resurrection. You understand? They don't. So why would you be at a graveside praying for daddy? Is his spirit down there?
Only because you believe in the dead.
Yeah. Right? But Christ is saying what? The God of this Bible is not the God of the dead. Right? Meaning reincarnation is real, resurrection is real. Christ is not the only one who going to resurrect. Who resurrect from the dead again too?
Elias, sir.
Elias. Yeah. Right? John the Baptist. Right? No, go to Luke 9:60.
So like you still got it, Officer Darash?
Like you said, 16?
No, 60.
Okay, I got you. This is the book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 60. Jesus said unto him, let the dead bury the dead.
Let the what?
Let the dead bury the dead.
So who's the dead burying the dead?
So like you said,
Come on.
The dead are those who are not in the truth.
Mm-hmm.
The dead that they're burying are dead, like the dead that physically passed on.
Yes. Physically passed on. You understand? That's it. That's the person who physically passed on, and the person who is dead to the truth.
Spiritually.
Yeah, spiritually. Right? Christ is saying them, let the dead bury what? The dead.
Okay.
Now when the Most High say what he's not the God of the dead, he is literally meaning what? What is he talking about? He's talking about what? Reincarnation specifically. When he say he is not the God of the dead, meaning when you die, you come back on the earth. You come back. This year, Christ is talking about you being dead to what? To the truth, spiritually, and you burying a family member that is actually what? Dead.
Physically dead.
Physically dead. All right. I hope that sister, that was good. All right. Next question.
Sir. Some of these questions kind of coincide with each other. If I could, Sister Shantaray said, what if you forgive but can never forget? You always remember, you always remember what that person did to you, so you take precautions to safeguard yourself for future reference. And so, like I said, if I could, just to add Sister Najee question is kind of the same, but it says, what if a family member or friends and they constantly keep doing you wrong, such as abuse and etc., would it be wrong to take precautions in the future?
Okay. Let me answer Sister Shantaray first, right? Then we get Sister Najee. So say it one more time.
What if you forgive but can never forget? You always remember what that person did to you, so you take precautions to safeguard yourself for future reference.
Okay. What if you forgive but cannot forget? What road you're going now?
Salaki, sir. Let's say a road of unforgiveness or sin, or a bad road, you should say.
Yeah, you right when you say borrow, meaning when you forgive, you're gonna have to do what?
Like
You're
y'all
gonna
say,
have to act as if it what?
It never happened.
Never happened. You're gonna have to act as if it what? Never happened. Because it never happened. Right? I forget I forget the scripture where Christ was either Christ or one of the disciples was saying oh, how could I forget the Our Father? What do we say in the Our Father?
To forgive
forgive our trespasses, or forgive the trespass against us.
Say that one time.
Forgive us of our trespass. Forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Sir, just to compound the question a little bit. So, if I'm in the world, my name is Marcus, and someone did me wrong, but I come into this truth, I come into the school, do my time, become a new person. I'm supposed to. That person didn't offend, Kawal. They offended Marcus. I don't even know. I don't even. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's the mindset I kind of had to use too when even thinking about forgiveness and all that type of umbrella. Like you're a new person, a new creature. Old things are past.
That's right.
Work is past. So you're still in the world then, kind of, if you still care that this person is they live rent free in your head, you're not always in here.
Yes, that's correct. That's as simple as you could put it. You know what I mean? And then as I say, that is it in a broad way. But now if you're getting specific, now you're gonna have a call. You understand? Maybe this situation, you may have to get counseling on it. You understand? But on the broad side of it, if you forgive somebody, but you can't forget, then you ain't forgive. You understand? You're gonna have to, that never happened. That's how you're gonna have to look at it. You understand? All right. And that comes up also too when you don't do what?
Just like it.
Come on.
When you don't take heed to counsel and actually listen.
Not so much take heed to counsel, just for time's sake, right? Somebody do something, right? You say, you know what? I forgive you. But you don't forget. Meaning what? You're still salty. You didn't agree with the person anyhow. So why not just take it to counsel and get it out of the way? Let's get to the root of it. All right?
So like
Come
I
on.
said, is there a time in which things start to pile, like, okay, you stole my money one time, I forgive you. I forgot about it. But let's say you do it 3 more times. Am I wrong for saying, okay, there's a pattern here? You know, so like, what if I say, but you stole my money 2 weeks ago? And what if he says, well, brother, that should be forgotten about. That never happened. Am I wrong for remembering this pattern in order to like come up, if that makes sense?
Ain't nothing wrong. Then bring it to counsel.
Right, kind of. Okay.
Bring it to counsel. Some of you want to do your in your mind. I'm ordained to counsel myself. Bring it to the counsel.
You don't let that money go out of one.
Yeah, bring it to counsel.
It's all
You're trying to figure shit out on your own. Bring join the council, man.
So like,
trying to have, you know what I mean, don't set up the school in a way where you don't have to, you know what I mean, think, you know what I mean, about it like that. You just follow 1 minute. You just follow what's in Matthew. Follow it. You go to he and they alone. As many as time you be offended. You can't get it dealt with, and you're gonna have to bring it to counsel. Something that is being done over and over again is a repetition. You're gonna have to bring it to counsel. So now we could come up with a judgment so that this never, you know what I mean, or what's the word I'm looking for? Like something be done about it. so it doesn't reoccur. A solution to the matter, basically. All right, come on, Tabawan.
Salagi, sir, if I could, along the topic, and I know, Paul, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but just I'm trying to understand or think about again. Now you were saying is what you're talking about is kind of the broad way. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that part, and that there are specifics in certain situations where it's like that needs to be dealt with through counsel and so on. But what I guess my question is, what about something where let's say there's a brother in the school, right? And he do something crazy to shame the school, just like something like this. It just looks so bad. It's like if he went and stole a Pepsi, we could probably deal with that. But if he went and blew a rod or something like that, you know what I'm saying? And then we deal with him. What if right after he do that, he come back like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It's lucky. I'm good. Like it never happened again. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me, right?" So now he acted like I'm still one West. I'm still, you know what I mean? But I would imagine you and my Adawanian would be like, you got to get up out of here. And now he on the Facebook or on the internet, like, yeah, I.S.U.P.K. They talking about they didn't forgive me. They didn't forgive me. I went back to them brothers and said that I was wrong. I apologize. And they ain't forgive me. So like, how will we deal with like that?
We forgive him, Mark. But he just can't be in here, Salaki. He's forgiven. He is forgiven. If he wants water or food, he knows what to do. You know what I mean? He gonna get water and food, but he can't be in here. You understand? There's certain things. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? For example, you know what I mean? Adultery. That's a done deal. It's done. It's over. You understand? No, there's certain, you know what I mean? Certain things that could be put in place, but that's you done. You could take, you know what I mean? You could sign in. Nobody ain't stopping you from signing the class online. You can sign in right now. You could be on YouTube watching class. But to be a member in this organization, no, there's certain things you better watch what the hell you're doing.
I understand, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? There's a responsibility each and every one of us have in here to uphold this truth. The Commander YAHANNA work hard, for, and these generals. You understand? And these officers, these captains, you understand? Work very hard to keep up the integrity and the morality of this school. You understand? And I'll be damned if some Christian, you understand, want to, you know what I mean, suck on whatever, you know what I mean, and say, you know what I mean, you'll do that out there. He's done. We forgive your brother. We forgive your sister. You understand? Just because of time, right? Sister Najee, I'm gonna get back just to answer the short end of it is yes, you should take precautions. All right. We don't tolerate any type of abuse in this school. We don't have, you know what I mean, likewise, you know what I mean, for brothers and sisters out there in the world. You shouldn't tolerate it also too. You understand? You come in here, you definitely gonna learn how to deal with it. But you know what I mean, on a whole, take precautions. You understand? And if it's something specific, you give the camp leader a call. All right. Deal with that situation. Any more questions? If not, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer. Who is this? The Rash?
The Rashama, sir.
The Rashama.
All right. Men of Israel, Majum. We're going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher. Madam Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakatham.
Yadamatah. Sar, turn and face the sisters. Sisters, Amajim. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the sisters. Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Yadamatah. Sister Yashab means to be seated. I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. sought out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York.
Back a little bit, the rush. Step back a little. Yeah, good, right there. That's good. Mm-hmm.
We are the I.S.U.P.K. sought out of the 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the memorial blowing of trumpets, the first day of the 7th month, Wednesday, October the 2nd of this year. The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 through 25. We have the West Coast Cookout. Dates are September the 26th through the 29th, and also the Texas Cookout, which is November the 20th, November the 30th through December the 3rd. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, class dismissed.